I don't know who needs to hear this, but you do not need another idea. You don't need a new strategy. You don't need to continue to rework the plan. Maybe, and I'm speaking to myself as well, maybe we just need to take action on the last idea that we had, or maybe we need to implement things from the last book that we read, or maybe we need to finish everything and implement everything from the last course that we took. I am someone who just loves to learn. I love to strategize and to plan. I love business. I love building things, and it can sometimes be easy to almost just overconsume information and then not act or implement on a lot of it, because it does sometimes feel good to just come up with this new strategy or this new thing and just kind of hide from the thing that you really need to do or you really need to work on. So I'm just trying to lock in, especially in this season of my life, of not being so scattered, of really just having a more narrow focus and not feeling like I need to just constantly be creating new things, but just really stewarding the things that I have, making sure that whatever plan or idea I had in my business, that I'm actually stewarding that, or whatever system or stuff that I have going on at home, make sure that I'm actually stewarding that before I'm trying to come up with all of these other things to just distract myself, or because it feels fun to come up with that versus to actually really do the work. I absolutely love to use Notion, and one of the things that I keep track of in there is a list of the books that I'm reading and a list of the courses and the communities that I am taking or that I'm a part of. And I have so many things on both of those lists, and it's helpful to have this visual reminder of, on, for example, my reading list, I'll have the name of the book, I'll have if I'm currently reading it, if it's something that I read that I want to reread, if it's something I started reading that I don't want to continue reading, if it's something that I want to purchase. But most of the books on there are books that I started to read and just kind of forgot about. And even the same thing with the courses. A lot of them, it's like I started and, just kind of forgot about it and then just moved on to the next course. I'm a firm believer in, I don't believe that you have to finish every book or that every course you have to do all of it. I think it depends on where you are, what your intention was going in, what exactly it is that you wanted to get out of it. Because there are some books, like I'm not going to waste time reading a book from cover to cover if after reading it, I kind of find that maybe that's not exactly what I was looking for, but I will scan through to see if there's anything else that I feel like does still apply. If at the time there's something else that I want to read that I feel like is more of what I was looking for or it fits my need better, then I'll just move on to that other thing. But there's a difference in that versus just having all these books or all these things and you're not really being intentional about it, and you're not even giving yourself a chance to see if that book or course or whatever will suit your needs, or if it is something that could actually benefit you. So the Notion pages have been really helpful for me in just, one, having a visual reminder of kind of what it looks like in my mind of, I have all of these different things. I'm not finishing these, but yet I'm trying to purchase all these other books and things that I hear about. And two, to organize things. Like if somebody tells me a book recommendation, then I'll make sure that I put it on there. And then when it makes sense, then I'll get it, or I'll start to read it or whatever else. But I just wanted to encourage you to just make a list of like all of the different ideas or things that you've had recently, but then also make a list of things that you have already started and see if you are actually being intentional about stewarding the things that you already got started on before you start something new. Lately, I've been trying to just narrow in on like, what is my main thing? If nothing else, I'm working on that one thing. And so for me, that is building my YouTube channel. And so I'm trying to be very intentional about that and make sure that the books or the other content that I'm consuming, that everything will help me to get better at this skill. So it might be things that seem different, but they all go back to the one thing. It might be that I'm reading a book about storytelling, or I'm consuming other content about editing, and then another one about thumbnails and titles or stuff like that. But I'm trying to master my one thing, which again, at this time is YouTube. Like I said, it's something that I just have to constantly remind myself, because it is so easy to get distracted. It is so easy to get excited about something that's shiny and that's new. But I've just found, especially over my last 10 years in business and my last 36 years of life, that Oftentimes, the things that we are putting to the side or that we're trying to avoid or that we're trying to just skip over and move on to the next strategy or plan or whatever is usually what we need to do the most. And it reminds me of, I was a part of this mastermind once, and I want to say I had been in it like 2 years. And the second year, I just started to feel kind of frustrated. Like they just always keep talking about the same stuff and all of the modules are the same and everything is the same. And why am I paying and I'm not getting any new information? But I had to really sit and think, and I'm like, I didn't even take action on any of this stuff, like from start to finish. Maybe a few of the things, but if I went down the list of all of the different templates and modules and trainings and everything that they had and like all of their framework, I guess you could say, there was so much of it that I hadn't even implemented. And here I am complaining that it's all the same and there's nothing new. And so that just always stuck with me. So now whenever I read a book or I take a training or I do stuff, I just ask myself, like, did I even implement that one thing? Most of the time, the answer is no. So now I'm just really trying to slow it down and be intentional. I just wanted to just gently remind and encourage you, if you're anything like me, to just take action on the most recent idea or the most recent thing that you started working on before you move on to the next thing. But that's all that I have for today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.